so dangerous. I don't wear a dang seatbelt, right? So dangerous. So there's that. Moving around. Gotta do some moving around. It's time to drink up, move down, drink up, move down. I'm in here, people. I know you're seeing all kinds of craziness, reflections and shadows. People are seeing more than just shadows. I'm telling you, people are seeing some stuff, and it's part of that great awakening. Now, of course, my truck is all, well, windshield shot. I tried to clean it. Look, I do what I can. Look, there's your view right there. So I do what I can. A little bit of an issue. Got to get it washed. We're about to get that rendered right now. That's going to be fixed. So I have a severe reflection issue. We're fixing to fix that too. Give y'all a look, see us. Oh, there's like 3 people already here. That's awesome. That's kind of the view you're going to get, people. I'm going to be doing some moving and shaking in a bit. I can shut this thing down, no worries. All right, let's see here. I'm going to move it over to here. Let's see what we got. It's janky. I'm telling you, that's what you got right there. So, life of a trucker. All right. Let's turn the air up for a half a second, drink some bougie water, and we'll talk about this. I'm gonna take my halo off for a second. Don't mean I'm turning to a devil, just means I'm taking my halo off for a second. Whew. Man, I'm surprised I don't kill that battery. I've been killing another watch battery. So I just really, really like this watch I have. I'll tell you about it too. There's a story behind that I was told. Let me turn this thing off so you can even hear what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna hunt for some food. Turn that off. I'm gonna hunt for some food in my truck too, because that's going on. Because I've been like, do this, do that. I have coffee. I got a little something. I got supper waiting on me. I got stuff planned out. But right now, I'm waiting on this washout so I can drop a trailer, so I can do another move, so I can. But I'm like, they're gonna wash this truck too, because it is, woo boy, full on dusty. It looks like I drove through the dusty trail and hit every bump on the way. You know how you stay overnight somewhere and everybody blows dust on you? Well, this thing is starting to look like it was part of the moon landing, which never happened. But so the watch, I wear a Timex Indiglo. I love the damn watch. It's just, it is what it is. You got to liking something. The reason why I like it so much, and the reason why I have held on to, I've got several of them, and it's like I'll buy a battery and put it in that one. I didn't realize I was killing them. I thought it was just other people, angels, that was. I'm trying to help others and find out what my own issues are. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, I can buy the best Energizer battery, fresh out of the pack. Malibu's most wanted. Malibu wants him. What's up? So I can buy the best Energizer battery for watches that ever batteried. Okay, they can put every bunny thumping a damn drum into that battery. Okay, it can have all the bunnies. And I put it in my watch, or have them put it in my watch. Doesn't matter. I have them put it in my watch. I don't touch it. They got the little mini screwdrivers at the Walmart. And then, sure as rain, because it touches some of my skin on the back, even though it's got a kind of a little bit of a, man, I gotta roll that window up. These people, they do love to rev their engines up. I'm telling you, that's a good way to kill a fan clutch. Or roll that window down on the quiet side. There we go, now it's better. Okay, gotta set the ambiance so I can think right. So check this out. So I could put the best Energizer with every bunny that ever thumped a damn drum on all the commercials in there and have them thumping away. And yet, in no time flat, it kills the battery. Now, this Timex Indiglo is the watch I'm talking about. Now somebody pulling on that side too. Man, they can't leave me alone. I'm a magnet. Okay, so what's going on is I really like to watch because there was a fire, okay, a high-rise building in Atlanta, Georgia, a long time ago. And this guy, it was all smoked up. The whole building was full of smoke. And this guy, his wife had just bought him a Timex Indiglo, and they just come out. And there was no lights in the building. Everything was bad. It was full of smoke, and they didn't have air to breathe. So he crawled along the floor using the luminescence light on the Timex Indiglo. It's not just a backlight, it gives off light. Using that, he was able to see his way along the floor to get to the window. Then he took an office chair and promptly busted the hell out of the window and threw it outside, and he had fresh air. And at that point, you see him on camera, and the helicopter's taking video of him, and he's waving for help. That's how he got that window busted. That's how he got to the window in the first place, way across the building, and he brought people with him. He didn't just save his own life. So I was like, I'm digging the Timex Indiglo. Well, not so much. It's a little difficult for an angel to wear a Timex Indiglo. So I've got to put some stuff on the back of it. I'm going to take a little brush. I'm going to get some Flex Seal or something that isolates it from my energy. Paint the back of it after they put the next battery in. I'm going to do it right away. And we're going to see what happens. So, having said that, I have not given you people true time to come up with your gifts. There's a problem that I did not know. There's a test that you need to take first. I'm going to put a link up to the test you need to take. There's a lady that understands all these things. Like, everybody has their little, like I showed the little maze that I drew and said, well, you go down this way and I'll go down this way, and we'll meet in the middle and talk about what we learned and should you go down that road. And that, well, there's so many avenues and so much knowledge to this. There's no manual for being an angel. I'm going to write one at some point, but there's attributes that you have, certain things you do for each gift. Roll the window back down. And you have to understand that there are people who are more in tune with one small dynamic of it that can explain it in a way that I cannot, because I haven't gone down that path, but that lady has. She's a little older lady. She does a little thing. She got a video on YouTube, and she found a test somewhere else, but she tested it and found it to be true and accurate. I'm telling you, I'm a magnet. They just want to mess with my life. So, I mean, who the hell scales at a, really, you know? So, okay. It's a test that you need to take. Have a pencil and a piece of paper ready. I'm going to put a link up to her channel and her little video and what she's talking about. Now, later, write down the gifts you already wrote down, but also write down what you are so that you'll understand how to convey that knowledge. I did not know previously how to convey that knowledge till I watched that video. It's a great awakening. I'm learning to people. You know, I don't have all the answers, but I got, you know, things that are popping that bring up questions. I have healing of the hands, but I don't know if you can absolutely call it Reiki touch, because it's not something that takes sessions. It works completely and completely heals people for, as far as I know, forever. It makes the blood activate to heal them from their problem. So it's not going to make a lame man walk, but it will make, oh, what's up, man, Mendez? My ability does not, and it's from God. I always say it's from God. It does not make a lame man walk. However, a guy with a complete, one side of his body was basically temporarily dead from a stroke. He walked a lot better. He looked a lot clearer when he left my table at a restaurant. I healed him right there. His family said it's the dangest thing they ever seen. It also made his buzz go away, which I knew that was going to happen. I had a sensing that was going to happen. But, and I said all the glory is to God, and it all comes from God, not me. It's not me, it's God. So understand that. But you, just like Saul had to make the move to go to another city, even though he was blind, he could have been healed there. No, God told him through a message, you have to go to another city, and then you will get your eyesight back. You have to make a move to a healer. You have to make that move across the room, across town, across the country. If you're not willing to make that move, you're not going to get healed. If you're not to move your heart. If someone can't even get out of a wheelchair, it's understandable, but someone should push them closer to the person healing them, so that they have made a move, and so that, you know, and also it needs to be the right side. The right side, their upper arm and their bottom arm. And you put your hands in the shape of a C. Your thumb needs to go around one side of the arm, the fingers go around the other, both hands, and it's a little uncomfortable for your left hand because you have to turn it from 12 o'clock with your fingers pointing at 12 o'clock over to 3 o'clock where your thumb looks at 6 and your fingers look at 3 o'clock. Okay. Now, I'm going further. Okay. So this lady has that test to test what your abilities and what type of healer you are. This is not something that is learned. Now, they do have Reiki, which Reiki is 2 words, Ri and Ki, they're both Japanese, and it means basically healing by touch. Well, okay. That can be taught. However, that's like almost like a massage session with a little bit of energy. If you have it within you and you're doing that, then you will actually heal them like I do. You don't necessarily have, oh, they want me to move up even the 2 feet. You know, really? Move up the 2 feet so they feel better about themselves. It's 2 feet. 2 feet, dude. You're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Check this, yo. So, we will move. It's live. We can move. We're alive. Build everything up and I'll get moved. This dude's gonna come up and talk to me. Oh, this should be fun. Y'all want to see my answer for this? Watch this. Oh, but he's a Sikh. Hey.
Actually, we are you and coming by the wrong way. That's why.
I'm in the wrong way.
Because we have to come by either this way, or
Look.
we are coming from that way.
I'm coming here. I'm fixing to move though, but I was wondering why you came up. Even this is not a big deal, but I'll move up so that he can move. So he made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sikh. I know what you are. I got you. Hey, thank you for what you did in
I'm
World
from
War.
Canada and coming first time here.
It's okay. World War II. I know what the Sikhs did. I understand the Sikh.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, peace. Got a Sikh coming up and talking to me. I was gonna give him a hard time, but he's a Sikh, and so I can't. How you gonna mess with a Sikh? God's blessing me with everything. I'm telling you, people. You have no idea. Just to be able to meet a Sikh and talk to one, they know. They know. So somebody back there went the wrong way. Let's see here if I can get moved, and then we'll get back to this chat. It's about the gifts, and like I said, it's not fair for me to ask you to write down your gifts when you don't know what they're even called. So you have to take the test first. So back to that. Somebody made a mistake back there and went in the wrong way, so if I move up, it does help them. So that's why I'm like super moving up, even though it's not far, and I'm not going anywhere, and nobody's getting washed any sooner, right? So there's that. All right, and I will leave this live. I'm gonna point it up. I don't care, but I'll be back after they wash. You can get them. You can watch them. Watch them wash the windshield. No worries. So we're gonna be so close to this. You see what I'm saying? But it's not that close. I just got you zoomed in. Now back to what we were talking and chatting about. Okay. You have to take the test to know not just the magical long word that your ability is called, but to really understand it. I will go ahead and give you some of mine, and I haven't, you know, you're not hearing me take the test here. Wait, let's see. What did the Sikhs do in World War II? They basically, with less men and less older weapons from even before World War I, and less men, and some of them with swords and on horseback, they routed and defeated the Germans over there, and did more to take out Germans and that were attacking, and to also they did with less armaments and less men and less casualties than any other group in the entire World War II. You can look it up. So they're the reasons we don't speak, one of the reasons we don't speak German over here is they saved us for real. So, and you can look up Lawrence of Arabia too. That's a good story too. So, right now you got a super zoomed in view of this mess. I'm getting a washout in a bit and get some other stuff and getting them to wash the truck because, you know, it needs it. So back to what I was saying. All right, on gifts. All right, I don't have but a little bit of the psychic healing ability. This is all about healing. This is all about just healing. What are your healing abilities? Well, the truth is, I got to move up a bit. The truth is that I have a little bit of the psychic, but I am empathic, and it's like there's three other ones. I am all over that. Those, it's a natural healer, all that stuff, and a shamanistic from the Cherokee side. All this stuff is going on inside of me, and it's like I was talking about trucker soup. Well, it's a healing soup. I've got all of it. So I will get you the link to the test in the comments below, and you can go to that channel and take that test if you need to, and then we'll come back at a different time, and everybody can put what their gifts are and truly be able to explain what the gifts are, because they will have the names. So I could just sit right here. They're still scrubbing. Yeah, it's no worries. I'll turn the switch off. I'm gonna sit right here. We're comfortable right now, people. We ain't gotta move just for this mess. What is it gonna gain me? 8 feet? All right. So, so I am empathic. I guess it's because you have empathy or whatever. But I'm also, let's see. It's like a clairvoyance. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it seems like the people who are O negative, RH negative, and even O positive, but O negative, RH negative, have the ability to go down all of these roads and do them well and master them. What I have going on is a little different. It's very specific. It was put on me. It's not something I learned. It's 100% that it works all the time, no matter how I do what. It's very powerful, and it's, as far as I know, it's a lifelong healing, and it heals their heart, it heals their spirit, it heals them of all pain, and then their body, it turns their blood on. Their blood thumps back and talks back to me, is what I call it, but just thumping back, and at different times, and then they tell me when I'm done, because I don't have a clue. But the last time, a friend of mine that I healed, I said, am I die? I was saying at the same time he was. So let's see here. Yeah, well, you got to take that test, Matt. Listen, that test is so helpful to explain this. This is what I'm saying. Sorry, I don't already have, put it up on community or something before I did this live. I just like, hey, I got to do this watch. I'm like, I'm gonna do this live. We're gonna talk about this. So that's what's going on. You got to take the test, and it will help you to understand what it is. I see numbers, and they mean something. I see my own number, and it confirms that it's like a systems check, and I see a number that pertains to usually the last person I talked to. Like there's numbers everywhere, but I just don't notice them. I can look down at my mileage, means nothing. I look everywhere, it means nothing. But when I start seeing a number, I'm like, okay, that means something. I see it like 4 or 5 times. It could even be my speedometer in between a few numbers. It'll be like, I look down and that one means something. Even if it's fixing to change over, that one means something. 66, the devil's working. Of course, he works a lot, evidently. Okay. 7 is like a heavenly message. 3 is the Trinity, so they go hand in hand, or even 33, or even 777 or 777. 69 means a balance. 11 is like a prophecy fulfilled. I got a ninja running out here, so there's that. Yep, I'm getting a trailer washout, and I need a tractor wash. Yep, and no, just tractor wash and that Citrus Shine. That's it. And I'm doing it live, huh? For all of them.
All of them? You're gonna take off the cap?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. It's easier when you take them off before you enter the bay.
Well, they can wash it. It don't matter. Just spray around. We ain't gonna take them off. Just spray around. It's fine. Okay?
No, it's because the Citrus Shine,
Yeah.
you have to brush them.
Okay, I'll take it off.
That's why. Yeah.
All right. So, dealing with some stuff here, trying to get it all worked out. We're making the truck needs a bath too. You know what I'm saying? I take a shower, but the truck needs a bath. So back to what I was saying. Okay, that test tells you whether you are a psychic healer, a empath style, a shamanistic style, all of that stuff. And like I was saying, I have all of it except I have just a little of the psychic side. All the others, and like I said, when I lay hands on someone and they are healed, it takes their pain away, but it's not going to make the lame They'll be better. They'll be able to move better because the pain won't affect how they move. What? How you want me to pull in? Where you want me to go? Where? Where, dude? You know, quit playing. These people, I swear to God, they're kids is all it is. They're just kids. They're kids. They got, where? Where? Come on. Really? He wants me to pull in right now. I should put him on video, make him famous. The kid that's just going to direct people. Drive into the next truck. Now, I'm zoomed, but you see where I'm at. I'm trying to, these people don't understand. I'm trying to do a little live here. Okay, look. He's got me coming in. What you want? What you want, people? What you want? You know what I'm saying? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, they really want to watch this truck like now. Okay, up, and then stop. Okay, right, wait. Okay, stop. Okay, good. He told me stop. They really want to watch this truck like right now. Super right now. This is what's popping. I'm getting washed off. So look, people, I ain't lying to you. They really want to watch this truck like right now, first thing. So we're going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it up, and we're going to talk some more. So, and I will leave it running. They can get over themselves. Okay. Back to what I was saying though. The healing I do is not a session where it's like, oh well, you know, at the end of the day, someone might need another one or this or that, and there's people in there talking about how they will heal their husband and then he'll want another session or this that. It's not like that. It's healing of real pain and forever. And as far as I mean, I know it takes away. This one guy had a headache and he needed aspirin, but it also helps his heart at the same time. So it'll go where it needs to go, and it's, as far as I know, it's permanent. I haven't heard from anybody. Let's see here. How much is it to get the truck washed? I don't know, man. It's like probably 30 or 50 to wash it out, the trailer, and then it's like however much to the truck is probably 50 or 60, but I get a discount because I'm washing out the trailer. So probably about 45. But it's worth it because I got like 5 guys washing it. I don't have to touch nothing. I was gonna say too, this Fuji water, Fiji water. Don't know if the camera will be able to even pick it up. Let's see if it'll even pick up the label. Oh, it's way too close. Yeah, anyways, Fiji water. You know what I'm talking about, people. Fiji water. It takes less of it to wash. And seeing they're making racket. Everything's messing with this live. I hope it's getting through. But the point is, you got to take the test first before you'll know exactly how to explain what you are, because there's so much to it. And it's like it's not something that I learned. It's something that was put on me, and it has to do with your blood type too. It seems to me that the healers, even though O negative, RH negative can do it, seems like, and they're trying to ruin this, by the way. Seems like they're able to do all these things, but they don't tend to go after it. This was just put on me. Hang on, I'm trying to get my drive right. I'm trying to get things worked out. So, they really wanted to watch this truck so bad. It's like, hey, let's hurry up and watch this truck. Well, it ain't hit on nothing right now. So I'm doing what I can. But it's a wash out and everything else. Stay with me, people. I'm going to have to go in, give them info, all this jacked up messery, you know, life of a trucker. Shut it down here. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be cleaner when we're done. That is the point. I'm going to have to shut this thing down. I'll write down some stuff. Okay, and do all this jackery. They don't need to be yelling at me. You don't want to yell at an angel. You don't want to get one riled up. They need to chill. So they need to understand uno momento. You know what I'm saying? They're spraying it anyway. But there's a test though that I'm gonna put a link to in the comments, and then I got to get them a trailer number and everything else. Let's get this going up like this. I'll be back, people. I'm gonna put this on charge. I hate to have to do this, but the line moved faster than I thought. I thought I'd do a quick little something before this, and I'll get y'all worked out in a bit. So hold tight. Don't lose patience. Probably take me 2.5 minutes. Oh shit, I need a mask. Yeah, I gotta put my muzzle on. Man, okay, so I'm back. And that was more eventful than I thought. Another guy, that's an Angel, didn't know what was going on. He knows why he kills watches now. He can get one. Get a cheap plastic watch, they last. So there's that. This thing is supposed to be clean. I make no promises. I do what I can do. One second, bro. 1 second. He knows. These kids. You gotta build up air pressure. Little something. These automatic transmissions too are like that. They're only happy if you give them what they want. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. It's going to give me a hard time if I don't get to move it. Look, it's a bath. It's cleaner than it was. You know, what can you do, right? So check it out. Give you a little more straight on view so that they're not famous. Everybody's happy. Okay, check this out. So, sorry for the delay in what they used to call your programming, because they used to be programming people. In case you didn't know that, they were programming you. This is not your regularly scheduled programming. I'm not programming anybody. I'm gonna move this thing down. We can take a little trip, no worries. And this is all about knowledge anyway. See if I can do this without, as I usually do, messing something up. You know, I'm not prone to make accidents, I'm prone to make mistakes. Alright, so I want to get everything set before I go to move this thing again. It is what it is kind of thing. Let me see what I can do about this. I'm going to make this thing heavier. A little bit lower. Slow and low. Slow and low. Alright. That's what's up. That'll work. Okay. So, I got a few comments here. Let's see here. Feel people's motion. Hope they don't spray water in the air filters. No. Let's see. Do they use RO water to rinse? What's in water? Oh, is it reverse osmosis? This is interesting. Yeah. Okay. So, so sorry that it was just the outside of a truck wash. What we were talking about was the attributes and gifts of people that are in the spectrum of angel DNA. That's what we were talking about. Little deep for some truckers, okay, but not so much, because a lot of them actually have that blood type and they're wondering what's going on too. So, is this thing going to be happy with where I put it? I may just give y'all a crooked ride. Let's do a crooked ride. All right, so that guy's going the wrong way. I wish you could see the zoomed out view, but I'm not going to mess with it. So I have a little move to make. I'm first going to go to a little parking spot real quick, and then see what I can't do, because this is a right turn only. This whole place is janky, and those kids in there just like to yell at people, just, hey, move this, hey, do that, and you're going to take your own hubcaps off and get this clean and whatever. It's like, whatever. So, kind of crazy. All right. Let's see if I can't get moved to where I need to be instead of where I'm at currently, because this ain't going to work. What I may be able to do is go down a back road and swoop around. I think I can. We'll go find out. Let's make a quick move. They made it difficult and made me turn right only. I need to go up to the other end where I can turn left also. So I'm gonna find if this back road has a way to get around stuff. Find a place to chill. It's hard to find a place to chill for just a half a minute, and then I have to make a quick delivery. This is some, even with it sideways like that, makes it look like some back alley mess, don't it? It's like, where is he at? What is he doing? What is he doing? Let's see, that's an enter. Can I go around? I don't know if I can go around the back side off that. No, that's looped. trying to find my way at this point. I'm navigating by what they call dead reckoning. You can get dead by reckoning. No, there's a road up here. It's all good. I'm quite sure that's not just a driveway. I'm pretty sure it's actually a road. It's got a sign. Somebody made it a road. They paved it. Let's see if I can get down it. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Let's see what I can do. We'll find out. Worst I could do is have to turn around, and that's no big deal either because I do have reverse. Oh, COVID cough. Y'all watch for that. Now I drink coffee, and like I'm gonna find a spot down here. I'm gonna find out how to get around. I got you guys on here, so I don't have GPS. But what it is, I'm on the back end of a truck stop, and I'm pretty sure if I turn right here, just by dead reckoning, that I'll be back where I can get into the truck stop instead of the stupidity of it all, where they got you turning right turn only. I think I can left turn also from there. And then we'll get that worked out. We'll get back into this for a sec. But it's basically you need to know about your gift. You need to know, watch this be a turn only too. We'll find out. I don't mind. I'll go down to a different highway. I'll just sit out here on the road. The main thing is I just don't want to have to do what it's telling me to do. Like, I don't want to have to turn right now. I can deal with making another move in a minute with GPS and make another circle, but I needed a place to chill and park that says do not enter. It probably is a no left at this point. So I'm going to park up here behind this guy. We'll chat for a sec. I'll have a little coffee and then I'll get off this thing and I'll put the link up to that, what you got to do, that test. So let's see what we got here. All right, this is good. All right, now, no stress because I ain't holding nobody up. I ain't in nobody's way. And the only thing I'm making mad is this truck right now. Let's move you guys back to where you should be. Back where you belong. On the high rise view. All right, let's make that happen. Can we make that happen? Let's see, we got it. That's popping right there. Okay, now I'm gonna shut this off. Okay, now, no stress. I have a place to park. I'm calm, cool, and collected. We don't want to make the angel mad, right? I'm gonna keep him cool, keep him calm and collected. Otherwise, like I said, I'll knock out a windshield and come running down the road to find someplace more comfortable. Now, okay. Those lines in the windshield, by the way, they're not streaks from the streaking beacon. Those are this glue that they put on this thing when they did it. I need to scrape it off with a razor blade. Took on a windshield. It's whatever they did is whatever they did, and they just made a mess thing. I'll get that worked out. Now, so back to what I was saying. I'm going to zoom some. Let's see here. A little bit about that much. That's a way better thing for me. Now, I'll check some comments and I'll get back into it. Let's see here. Yeah, they ain't trying to be in the middle of no lot. So, all right. Back to what I was saying. It's still, I feel like I'm such a perfectionist. I know it's got to be straight. That's like a lot better. Sorry about the bright light up there in the corner pocket. I don't even like bright lights. Y'all probably don't either. Let's just get rid of that bright light if we can. We'll zoom a bit. Okay, that's phenomenal. And now this guy brings me another bright light, but it's okay. So, by the way, too, that reminds me, the Cherokee have a legend of the moon-eyed people that were sensitive to light, and they came out at night for the most part, and they just called them moon eyes because it was like that. My eyes are sensitive to light. It's a thing. I can see at night. Maybe I'm descendant from a mixture of them too. Who knows? Who knows? But we got to figure this out, and we're going to figure it out together, people. We're going to figure out what is going on and why we have gifts that are unnatural. So, some of these gifts are you can astral project out of your body. You can mind talk is what I call it, talk to other people. There's clear audio, clairvoyant. There's empaths. There's and that's one of the type of healing there is too, like empathic healer. I got a lot of that going on. So Just understand that the test will help you, and then you write down your gifts that you've already wrote down or whatever, and come back here. Because I'm not going to redo that test. I'm not going to copy her work. I'm not a plagiarist. I'm going to send you to that because I'm like, that was succinct. It was to the point. It does the job. She went over it very slowly and everything, and also explained that you could have more than just one type of healing if you are a healer. And you may not know you're a healer, and you could be a healer. You need someone to tell you that you are. One way is to put your, on the right side of someone's body, the right arm, put your left hand making a C with your thumb and your fingers, with your thumb on one side of the arm, around it, and then the fingers around the muscle. When you make a muscle, the muscle part of their right arm, and you're going to have to turn your hand. It's a little uncomfortable. You're going to have to turn your hand, so instead of your fingers pointing upward at 12 o'clock, they point over at 3 o'clock, and then your thumb points down at 6, and then it goes around the arm. Then you put your right arm in the same position as far as your hand, making a C. Your thumb goes around one side of their arm, fingers go around the other, on the muscle below the elbow, right in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure your thumb goes around their arm, both of them. So, both thumbs. So you're working on their right side, their right arm, and you just put it there. And I pray with them and tell them basically, look, this is all from God. This is not from me. All the glory goes to God. This healing is you know, he's the one with the power, and he's the one that's giving this to you. This is a gift. He's taking away your pain. It's attached itself to you. It's not meant to be a part of your spirit. It's not even pestilence. Pestilence is flies and locusts, and you know, there are diseases, but not pain. Pain is something that it attaches itself to you, and it's not yours. It's not for you, and you need to let it go. So, and I tell them too, I don't know when I'm done. I never know when I'm done, except the last time. It was weird. It was like almost like a new thing for me. I kind of knew, and I said it about the same time he was saying. He said, "You told me to tell you when you're done, you're done." As he was starting to say, "You told me to tell you," I was saying at the same time, "Am I done?" And it was really weird. So, maybe it's I'll call them pulses or heartbeats that I feel, the thumps. It's very large thumps that you'll feel in your hands if you're the healer. What they feel is warm as the warmest heating pad, but not uncomfortable. Then they feel a tingling, and then all their pain's gone. So he said, "Move up." No, man, I'm just chilling right here. It's a road. In Texas, they have ways that they park. We're being creative. It's the road. Okay, I'm not moving up. There's no moving up. There's no stress. There's no worries. We are right here. No one is being blocked behind me because the driveway is way back there. This is the side of a road. Did y'all see that bug? That's crazy, right? So I've got to zoom for real, like forever for real, and that's on the outside. That bug needs to go. Let me get my switch on. That's way no good. That's weird. Watch that bug out here. That's a creepy bug. So that's pestilence. Pain is not pestilence. It's not for a child of God to have pain and also to work for a living. It's not. Okay? So let your pain go. Find a healer. Get off pain medications. Then your body can get better. It activates the blood. Like I was saying though, I have to tell them, you got to let me know when I'm done. And then they'll say, it takes about 3 minutes. The one guy with the stroke, it took 6 minutes or 7 minutes. And that's why I was looking at the numbers too. I was like, oh, it's 7. Okay, so that's like a different level, I guess. Yeah, there's lots more room for trucks behind me, but nobody's using this road. This road is not being used. Everything's closed on this road. I'm not in the truck wash driveway. Watch this guy. If he goes into the truck wash, you will see the driveway to the truck wash. If not, he will come past me and do something stupid because you're not supposed to go past me. You'll be on the backside just for the scale, and he's bobtail. But he is, well, you know, he can do what he wants to do. So he missed the entrance to the truck wash, I believe. I think he wanted to go in there, or the company's behind me. There's way back there. There's other companies way back on this other road. He pulled in this other road to get over to. There's another shop over there. No, but I'm not in anybody's way. We are chill where we're at. There's way a lot of room in front of me, way a lot of room behind me, and that is the entrance to the truck wash, right? If I can get my finger in the shot to show you, right there. That is the entrance to the truck wash. Don't sweat the truck wash. Don't sweat the technique. Let's focus on this, people. So, the healing. Let's see here. You have to make a delivery. I'm going to deliver this one, okay. When you have a trailer washed out, it's good to park on a hill and let it drain out the back. This is what I'm doing. So I'm doing two things. I'm killing two birds with one stone. They will have a dry trailer, and it helps to turn on the unit. Okay, it dries it out. But people used to have chicken doors. We don't have chicken doors on some of these. So I'm draining the trailer on this hill while I'm talking to you. So I'm actually working technically, but so back to what I was saying. The healing part. It's very important to understand this. This is most important if you heal anyone. This is the most important thing you're going to learn about this. And I was automatically doing it. All of these things I was automatically doing, and I started learning about it, and I'm like, wait, oh, I'm already doing that. That's good. But then I'm like, wait, how did I know to do that? Well, it's a knowing that comes with the people that have this gift bestowed on them. Just like the way I was holding my hands, I knew that beforehand. I do move my thumb. I moved my thumb on the guy with the stroke. I don't know why, but that was important. Okay. So, it's important that you wash your hands before a healing, just to make sure your hands are clean. But then also, immediately after a healing, wash your hands in cold water. It doesn't even matter if you use soap or not. Wash your hands in cold water so you don't take on whatever bad energy has to do with the pain or whatever. I had a friend of mine that he was telling me, he was like, you know, I had a friend of mine who was getting into that Reiki touch, and he was healing people and stuff, and then something was happening to him. It was messing him all up or whatever. He said he had to stop doing it. I was like, he wasn't washing his hands, was he? He says, I don't think he was. I said, yeah, you need to tell him you have to wash your hands afterwards. So he needs a healing of the spirit, and then he'll be right again. But he needs to keep healing. Don't give up on it, you know. And also, if someone is not receptive to it, you can't force anything on anybody. Okay, if someone's not receptive to it, that guy's just being ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing. But if someone's not receptive to it, you can't. There's a lot of this that some people are asleep and they want to stay asleep. If that makes any sense, there are people, even that have the angel DNA. You have to approach people in a way when you're talking to them. If you strike up a conversation with someone, you're talking to them. You have to be able to say, okay, are you awake? Or are you asleep? Are you interested in learning more about what's going on with you? Or are you just fine knowing what you already know and you're fine? You see what I'm saying? And there's people who are negative energy people that you need to stay away from. There are dark angels. I will say that. But people have to really, really choose to be a dark angel. And they can be rude to people and destroy people's lives and this kind of stuff just because they wanted to. A lot of them, if they're on drugs and they're wanting to bring other people down with them and this kind of stuff, and then later they regret it. So it's not that they're that way forever. It is a choice, and they do change. So and people can be completely different. Now I'm actually even viewing people that I've known for years in my own life. It seems like I've surrounded myself by angels, but I'm not taking on the negative energy of cars, by the way, and people that want to. They're so negative that they want to, even if they have no purpose to drive somewhere, they want to act like you're in their way, right? They're aimless. This guy just pulled into there and then he left again. This guy right here coming out, right here, he just drove past, bro, and now he's going to do this again. Are you with me, people? There's negative energy people that are trying to put off negative energy. I'm just going to lock my door. I ain't got nothing to say to him. If he says anything, he's just driving around in circles. You know, it's really dumb. But they're doing that. Like I said, there's dark angels that are trying to do bad. Then there's also people who are asleep, who are good people, and some of them aren't going to wake up in this lifetime. Some of them are not going to get this worked out and know who they are or get reconciliation with people. Some of them are just going to stay asleep. Some people have put their gifts down, and you ask them, are we on the same page? And then the last thing they can tell you is, You know, we are, but I put that page down. I put that book down a long time ago. And they're like, maybe I need to pick it back up again since you're bringing this up, you know? All these bugs are trying to get on the outside of my truck. It's crazy, but they can't come in. So, y'all can't see them, but there's another moth over there. There's all these lights that are around here attract moths and whatever kind of bugs. So it's kind of crazy to be in a truck wash with all these lights that are hurting and making bugs go in here. But they're not going to stick to this paint because it's so clean now. Anyway, so there's so much to this that I can't possibly travel down all these roads. I'll just put up links to like the test that you need to take is going to be in the comments like soon. And I will have to get off this thing. This is going to be just a couple more minutes here. I'm draining a trailer. That's what I'm doing. And I'm talking to you at the same time. When I think this trailer's drained enough, that's when I'm going to leave and get off this live. I had just enough time though. So here's the thing. I'm going to run down. I'm going to do a crash course traits of Angel DNA real quick. Okay. In case you couldn't quite pick it all out and it, you know, you didn't take notes on the, are you an angel? You might be surprised. Here's the condensed version. You may be allergic to sulfur. You may have a heart murmur. They pretty much all do. Degenerative eyesight, where you have 1 or 2 prescriptions of glasses, but you're not going to go blind. Your heart murmur is not going to get any worse. Let's see here. You listen to spirits and hear spirits talk to you in your ear of your grandparents and parents that have, you know, passed and deceased. All kinds of spirits, though. It could be a son, a daughter, a cousin, all of them. Also, you have dreams that are full on visual and audio. So clear audio, clear visual. And it's like they're right there. And they're just having regular conversation about, hey, oh, you want to do this about that? Okay, well, this will be good. And, you know, all this stuff. Like you're sitting around the table just chatting. Also, when you screw in light bulbs, the women, when they screw in light bulbs, they die in like 3 to 5 days. No more than 10 will they last. When their significant other, husband, a man type person screws in a light bulb, it lasts for 6 months. But it should actually last for a year. See, the thing is, they're affecting it too. You see? Wear gloves when you're screwing in light bulbs. For all the men out there, when you're screwing in a light bulb, wear a glove. Now, it's always been said you don't want to, on these new LED lights and these bulbs, so you don't make them go bad. Your oil from your fingerprint can make them go bad. This is different. We're talking about regular light bulbs. Regular old cheap wire light bulbs. Okay. They just go bad. Your energy kills them before it's time. It burns up the filament in them from your energy. So, I don't know if it's holding your hand over your head or what the whole situation is or why or what, when or how of it. I just know what it does. It's just the truth. So, they'll last longer if you wear gloves when you're putting light bulbs in your house, no matter what your blood type is, because you could be recessive gene of that blood type, but also affected. And so the people who have the recessive gene type oftentimes marry those who have dominant gene types. They pair up like that. Angels pair up. They just don't realize it. And they are their protector. They're, you know, all that. But back to the traits of the angel DNA, like I was saying, they may pass out with their eyes open when you know, I mean, it's in them to have this happen. They just may not have got hot enough, but, and there's a little trick that the men will do is turn the hot water heater down, or it's, you know, it goes far back where people were taking windows out of their houses and doors and stuff to make it so it never got hot enough in the first place, because it would happen and it was ridiculous and they didn't know why, and they just want to put a stop to it. That's the protector in them. So, okay, basically no doctor has written a book or knows a book to even deal with this stuff. Another car trying to run into me, even though he's got all that lane, just to be, that's hatefulness. That's that negative energy I'm talking about. So, this is almost like a 3-lane wide road, and they want to come way over here. Same as that truck that was coming by a little while ago. All right, so other traits are that you kill watch batteries. Like I said, you can put some kind of a, some people have figured out if they fold up napkins and put it behind their watch and they wear it like that. You can put Flex Seal, I think would probably work. Anything that would isolate it electrically. You want to isolate it or insulate it, whichever way you want to say it. Now this guy's behind me with his lights on. And like I said, there's a lot of negative energy stopping me from doing this good video. Are you with me, people? Okay. And I could care less about it. I just turned my mirror down. I love a moto mirror. I love it. So, let's see. Traits of an angel are, let's see. Well, see, I can tell by their hairline and by all kinds of things about them, but just generally speaking, for you to know, your traits would be like the killing watches, killing light bulbs. You pass out when you get too hot, with your eyes open, and it's not epilepsy, so you don't have to have your eyes don't roll back in the back of your head. You're not seizing, and you don't have to have someone put a spoon on your tongue so you don't swallow it. That's an epileptic seizure, which I talked to someone else, and they actually stopped someone from having an epileptic seizure. They were a healer, and they were just massaging them, and it stopped them from having one in the first place. It wasn't the massaging so much as it was the healing power of their touch. But that's what happened. So roll this window back down again here. And like I said, I'm fighting pestilence and rude people at the same time. And needing fresh air because I can't out of the truck and do this, or to shake it and make a lot of racket. So I'm trying to give you a decent live, people. It's just the devil's fighting me here. So back to it. He's about to give up. I feel the spirit leaving. Like he's like, at this point, he's going to give up. It's great. So there's that too. There's the sensing. I have a sensing of other angels. Okay, I have a sensing, and I can tell what's going on with them. That it's stronger with the RH negative than it is with the RH. With the RH, stronger with the O negative than it is with the O positive. But I can also tell even if it's recessive in them. I've gotten to that point. You may not at first. It'll take a bit. First, you have to recognize that there are angels, and then you will start to recognize them. You will become awakened. And then, you start to notice, oh, they're not wearing a watch. They've given up on wearing watches. They're like, I kill watches. They'll have like a pile of gold watches that they can't possibly afford to put batteries in all of them in their house, in a jewelry box somewhere. And then either they find out that, well, the Fitbits die about halfway, but they should last longer, but they have half of the charge life on them that they actually last. But the cheap plastic watches you can get at Walmart that has a cheap back, those will last. They absolutely will last because they're insulated from you. Or you could take some stuff and put it on the back, paint it on with a brush after you put a new battery in, paint it onto the back of your gold watch or whatever, some type of a coating. I wouldn't know what to tell. I'm leaning towards Flex Seal. Other than Flex Seal, something that would be, if possible, a non-silicone. I'm not really big on petroleum products. I don't know that it's good to even have that against your skin, so don't take my word and do that. I'm going to find something. When I find it, I'll let you know. But you need some kind of coating on the back. A plastic coating would be great. So if there's a plastic-based paint, that would absolutely do it. Or just buy a cheap plastic watch. They're $3 or $4, the world's cheapest watch. Let's see here. There is also the ability, by the way, of sending messages to other people that are miles away through your mind. And a lot of times people are like, they'll call and say, did you, are you doing this? Yeah, I got what you were thinking so strongly that it's, I was just thinking that. Not even so much as, hey, I was just thinking about you, you called. That's that too, but it's stronger than that. It's an actual message. It's an actual, you need to go by and pay this bill or whatever. And it's in you and it's in your head and it's ringing. It's like, okay, stop now. And then they call. And then, that. I've heard of that from a team truck driver that told me that his wife was sending messages all the time. He didn't have the gift, but she did, but he picked up on it. And he had bigger ears. So if your ears are continuing to grow as a man, it's not likely that you even have it as a recessive gene within you. But those who have smaller ears and they don't grow their whole life, that's a definite telltale sign that it is either within you or recessive. But I sense them before, I will know. I sense them before they even walk up. Some of them as far as 50 feet away. And like I was saying about the healing thing, yes, you can learn how to do Reiki touch or Reiki healing. This is not exactly that. This is past that. I think it's on a different like wavelength, or you can't even say different level. It's not a higher level. It's just something that you have it as a gift. And it works 100% of the time. You don't have to learn how to do it. It's so powerful. It's not that you need sessions of it. It just does it. If your eye color has changed, okay, like I was saying, mine have changed. That's not supposed to happen. It's just not. Just like your ears are supposed to grow for your whole life. And just like you're not supposed to be able to kill watches electrically. You're not supposed to kill light bulbs electrically. You're not supposed to have an effect on electrical circuits. And when you get upset and something goes down the whole building, that's probably you. That's probably you. I'm not making this up. People know. They know. They affect stuff. And if you're on the phone with your significant other and they can't even get in their own driveway of the house, or in a place they pass the driveway 4 times, like, what is wrong with me? I can't even, look, I can't deal with you right now. I got to get off the phone. Even if they're not talking, you're connected on the phone line. They are affecting you. It is real, okay? They affect you. You got to get off the phone with that kind of a person, okay? Both of you. Neither one of you is good for finding a place. Oh, it's no big deal. I've already passed it again. Oh, whoopsie. I know. No, it is a big deal. Get off the phone before you hit somebody. Okay? Like this guy doing the U-turn. He probably is on the phone with somebody. It's affecting him and he don't even know where he's going. I can do better on accident with dead reckoning than what that dude just had to do. So, anyway, they can't even find their way out of a wet paper bag. They can't get down to the road and know that they can turn and go around again. They just want to do a U-turn and do funky stuff to fix it. That happens. That's the effect. Especially when their hair is down, they have an effect. It's stronger. So, if anyone wants to talk about any of this, you can talk about this, and then I'm going to get off this thing. I'm going to put the test up. You got to take the test and have the notes of what you are, because the test will help you know what you are. I didn't come up with a test. That lady on the channel didn't come up with a test. She got it from somewhere else. She affirmed it and said it's accurate. I'm affirming it and also saying it's accurate because of what it is. It is. It's accurate. And it's a sensing that I have on that too. So there's that. The guy behind me trying to be rude also. But he's going the other way. He knows I'm not in his way. Just like this guy's doing right. He must have a good soul and no hate in him. He's way over there on the side of the road. These people that are almost running me over for no reason, knowing that people park on this road, they're being used by the devil to do bad things. That's part of it. When you're doing something good, the devil will come after you. Like I said, I think he kind of gave up. That's why people are starting to go on that side of the road. All the bad people are doing what they got to do and they're gone. This all may seem a little odd. Being able to say this with conviction. I know it to be true. It's a knowing. You also have a knowing of things, and that's the Akashic Record. You have the ability to be in touch with the Akashic Record. Everybody has that. It's the question and answer of the forever time. The astral project thing, not trying to do that. Not trying to get into fighting spirits, because that's possible, but why would you do that when it's already been conquered? And, as far as pain too, when Jesus died on the cross, he took on, he washed away your sins basically with his blood. But by his stripes, before that, when they beat him overnight and he kept him up and beat him, and by what they did while he was on the cross, before he died, by his stripes, you were healed and you shouldn't have to have pain. He conquered pain. There's a lot to that. You also need to know too, and this guy's going, I'm gonna let this guy drive by before I get into anything else, because he's doing this little slow roll kind of thing. He doesn't realize he's being used to affect this. Let his loud little truck go on by. No reason for that. And let this other guy go by, and then we'll get into this. I can wait this out. I'll roll this up. He's gonna deal with that rabbit. So annoying. Okay, let's get into this. When Jesus died on the cross, he was the scapegoat. Now, this is going to make some people mad. They're going to say, how are you calling my Savior a scapegoat? Well, that word has been changed, and let me explain what it really means. The priests that used to be the Jewish priests, well, every so often, either they spoke the name of the words of the sins of the people that had confessed to them sins from the town, or they wrote it on a piece of paper or something and attached it to the goat. There was 2 goats. One goat was tied to a tree. The other goat was the escape goat. It's been shortened to scapegoat, but it was the, like an escape. It was the escape goat. Okay? All right. So that goat was to escape with their sins. Okay? Jesus took on the role of the scapegoat. He was the scapegoat. Not that someone set him up and made him a scapegoat, like they tried to use that in, terms of, of people that are guilty of crimes and this kind of stuff, and set up for crimes and go to jail for it and stuff. Not in that way. They have changed the connotation of the word. They've made it to be a bad thing. The goat that was the scapegoat was a good thing. He took the sins of the people of the town with him, and it was a good thing that it was a scapegoat. What Jesus did was a good thing. He was also the lamb for the slaughter. Okay? When he came into town, it was written, another thing that he did that people don't realize, that actually fulfilled a prophecy, was it was said that when the Messiah would come, that everyone in the whole town and for miles around would proclaim, Hosanna in the highest. Okay, and they were going to all put down palm leaves so that he could walk across. Okay, and in doing so, he would fulfill a prophecy. Everybody would proclaim him. Well, they also did that with the slaughter of the animal, where it was likely a goat, that they were waiting on that day, that special day, for the sacrificial goats and the priest who went to go and pick perfect goats without blemishes to be the sacrifice to come over the hill. Well, it's so far off, people couldn't see what was going on. God made the people in that town think that they were seeing that priest come over the hill with the goats, but it was Jesus riding on an ass and his followers going with him behind, and he came into town over that hill, and everybody laid down the palm leaves, and everybody proclaimed Hosanna in the highest for Jesus. That was a prophecy fulfilled that had to be fulfilled for him to be the Messiah. Everybody was angry because the whole place was roaring and you couldn't even stop it. It just spread, and the whole place, even people in their houses, everywhere, proclaimed it. Everybody. And they were mad because he was walking over the hill, and some people got mad that he had them do that. But the truth is, he was the Messiah. They weren't really waiting on goats like they thought. They were waiting for him. So the Jewish religion has got a lot of people that are still waiting for the Messiah, and they don't know he fulfilled all the prophecies. That's another prophecy he fulfilled that people don't know about. But back to the cross, here's what happened. When he died, he said, "My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Okay? Why would he think that God had forsaken him? If he knows God and he's the Son of God and he knows it, why would he even think that God had left him even for a second? Especially in his darkest hour of, well, instantly he had gotten the answer. And afterwards he said, "It is finished." And he gave up his life. So here's the thing. You cannot have God and sins of man in the same body. You can't have God and evil spirits in the same body. God casts out evil spirits. Angel DNA does also, which is why the angels in heaven aren't susceptible to invasion by spirit. You are not going to have the angels in heaven be possessed by demons and demons take over heaven. It can't happen because their blood will fight it off. That's how they were designed. That's why people with that blood type cannot be possessed. Now I'll go further. Jesus on the cross. And they're gonna make me, unless he's going for the wash, they're gonna make this thing beep and turn my window up. I'm telling you, it's like that. I hope he goes into the truck wash. So, yeah, get your truck washed, bro. So, back to what I was saying. While Jesus was on the cross, and he was just about to die, and he felt the Spirit of God leave him. Why did the Spirit of God leave him? The same as whenever Jesus told Satan in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, I'll go to hell, and I'll come back in 3 days with the keys. You might have forgotten that. Why did he say that? Because he knew he was going to hell. Why would Jesus go to hell? He didn't do anything wrong. When he died on the cross, God took his spirit away from him so he could become the scapegoat for everyone on the planet and everyone to be born afterwards, for their sins to be put on him, and he took those sins to hell. He was convicted for your sins. He took them to hell, and he came back in 3 days with the keys. And when he said, Satan, get thee behind me, you are a stumbling block, you need to search it like that, because if you look up Satan, get thee behind me, every search engine in the world wants to send you to where he told one of his disciples this. He actually told that to Satan. He said, Satan, get thee behind me, but he also went on to say, you are a stumbling block. Look it up like that. It'll show you where he actually said it to Satan. And since then, Satan departed from him until a more opportune time, which was the cross. And after that, he's behind him. He's behind him in heaven, which is why all the angels say in Revelation, when are we finally going to cast Satan out of heaven? All of his cohorts were thrown out, but no. Jesus is like, no, you're going to sit back there and watch the mercy seat that I sit in. Satan wanted the mercy seat for himself. Jesus is like, no. And he also told Satan in a different part, you will serve God. You will praise God. It's going to take 1,000 years in the lake of fire and them cast him out of heaven, but he will serve God in the end. So understand what I'm saying. Jesus was made to be the sacrifice. He was also the scapegoat. He took on the sins of man. God's spirit left him, and he took the sins of man to hell. Came back in 3 days with the keys. And now Satan is right where he told him to be. Satan, get thee behind me. He's behind him. He conquered Satan. So, with all of that, they proclaimed him coming into the town, even though they didn't mean to, and you may not have been told about that. He fulfilled all the prophecies. Even the Jewish people who are looking into what Jesus did are now converting to Christianity, and we're all Judeo-Christian, because first Jesus was a Jew, then he was the leader, of the church, and he was also made to be in another part of the Bible, not just a high priest, and that's the thing too. As he died, understand this, they want to mention that the great curtain that was a foot thick of material, 1 foot thick, in the temple, ripped from top to bottom. Well, what causes that? An earthquake? No. There was a quake, there was a storm, no. In the same way that they would not even cast lots for the shirt that Jesus wore after he died. They cast lot for his clothes, but they would not touch that shirt because it was a priestly shirt. It had no seams. It was seamless. It was made with no seams. Why is that important? Because in the same way that if during the story that's told about the Good Samaritan, which there were lots of Good Samaritans, but they were hated by the Jews at the time, and especially the Pharisees and the priests. Well, the priest walked on the opposite side of the road to not touch a dead person, so he wouldn't be considered unclean to serve in the temple, because he'd been waiting for months and months to serve in the temple, and that was his big thing. His helper behind him did the same thing also, because if he had touched a dead man, if the guy was dead and he looked dead, it would have made him unable to serve. Well, guess what else? Also, if they had a ripped shirt, they can't serve. Okay? Why does it make it so they can't serve? Well, they had a ripped shirt. That shirt was ripped. It was seamless, and you ripped it. That means you're unable to serve in the temple. You have to wait a while. He didn't want to wait. Well, they wouldn't dare touch Jesus' shirt because they all saw it to be a priestly raiment, and they wouldn't want to rip it. They were scared to touch it. But God ripped his own raiment. The temple curtain in the temple is always in Jewish history and religion considered to be the back of God's own raiment. He ripped his own raiment to make himself unable to be the high priest, which makes the next one in line the high priest. Who's the next one in line? Jesus Christ. So now he's on the order of Melchizedek. He is the high priest. He's also the Michael. Now, Michael Archangel, the name Michael, that word is not just a name. It's not just named after that, not just the saint, but is a title. In the Bible, it says that Jesus was given the title of Michael, like the archangel, but the title of Michael makes him the high priest also. It's a title. So the name of the archangel Michael is also the title, and he was of the order of Melchizedek. Melchizedek is a priestly reign that's forever, and he's always able to serve and always be the high priest in heaven. But Jesus was on that order in that way. He was a forever priest, not just every 6 months priest. He was the high priest forever on the order of Melchizedek. Okay, Melchizedek came down and they gave offerings to him. Let me roll this up. So, understand, on the order of Melchizedek and on the order of Michael, and now Jesus has the title of Michael also, but he was the scapegoat. He was also the sacrifice, like the lamb. He fulfilled so many different jobs, but he is also in the mercy seat. He is also, like I said, the lamb for the slaughter, the scapegoat, the savior, the Messiah, the Christ, all of these things at the same time. So understand that whenever he did die on the cross, he died for your sins, but before that, his stripes are what took you from pain. And that's why he taught his own disciples to heal people of pain. Some of them weren't that good at it. He said, "Oh, ye of little faith." Well, there was a whole lot of spirits in the one guy, and they always ask him their name. They said, "What is your name?" If you see a spirit, you can ask it its name. It's got to tell you its name. Names, by the way, are given from heaven. God knew you before you got here. Your parents just thought they gave you that name. They thought they did. The names mean something in heaven, especially your middle name. You need to look up what it means. So, back to that, like I said, I've gone all over the place and all around the world, talked about the prophecies and stuff. It has to do with healing, because he taught his disciples to heal. And he wanted them to teach others to heal. You have it within you to heal. You just don't know it. You also have the ability to access the Akashic record. Roll this window back down again. It's a fight that I do. It's a battle between annoying trucks and noises and lights and me being able to do this, but I'm not wanting to run the truck. I'm wanting to stay cool, and I have to stay cool or I'll get upset. Like I said, you don't want to piss off Angel. So, the order of Melchizedek, though, Melchizedek was one that came into the middle. He was the first priest on basically on the planet, but he came from heaven, out of the heavenly order of priests, and he just came down to the planet, and he was recognized and given tithes to in the middle of a road. And they said, "Who's this guy?" Well, he said his name was Melchizedek. He is the high priest on the heavenly order. It's forever. Also, another high priest, like I said, is Jesus. And he is above Melchizedek. So he is the high priest. God would have been the highest priest, but when God ripped his own raiment in the temple, he made himself unable to serve. So now it's Jesus' job. And it's forever time. Doesn't mean that God can't be the high priest. He chose to make Jesus the high priest. So, and I'm fighting pestilence. So, if everybody's on the same page now about healing, Jesus tried to teach his disciples to cast out demons. He also tried to teach them to heal and to teach others to heal. It's within you, and it is your light, just like the sun, that song, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm going to Let It Shine." Well, you have a light within you. Did they tell you that in church? They told you the song, and you sing it. Well, think about it. You have a light within you. It's just like when the city's going to come down and the sun will be black as night, are black as sackcloth. The moon will be red as blood. There will be no light. The city comes down, and the only light is God. And you will want to be within that light, but there will be people who are bad who are not in that light. And they'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth because they wish they were. Well, the angels on this planet have within them, the Watchers, or descendants of the Watchers, whatever you want to say, the light within them, because that blood and everything about them is from heaven. It was not designed to be here. It was never designed to be here, but it is the source code, and it overwrites all other blood types. It cures every disease there is. They already know that. A bone marrow transplant from that changes you into their blood type. And I don't know. I don't know what else I could get over. I just want to do a quick rundown of that stuff in case that other video you didn't pick and poke and pull it all out. But God's working on this planet, and it's not going to be a perfect planet until He makes it one. Let me roll this up. Like I said, super annoying. When you're sensitive to things, you are sensitive to noise too. It can be annoying. I like to be able to control a little bit more control of the environment I have. I might as well just start this thing up and get some air going. You can make some comments. I'll do that, and then I'll get it cooled off for sure. I just cannot get hot. People, if I get hot, it won't be good. So, hope everybody's doing good. I hope this was informative. Just know what you are, and know the medical knowledge that is around it, and know that you have abilities that you may not have tested yet. And that's the thing too. This guy made a comment, and he's all right, but he made a comment and said, "Test every spirit, brother." And I saw that, and I didn't know quite how to respond to that in a comment, so I'm just going to say it. I don't mess with spirits in the spirit world. Okay, that's up to Jesus. He's already conquered them with one word. So if I need help with that, I call on angels and I call on heaven, and they can fight those battles. You don't have to, not at all. If you have a spirit that's bothering you, you can absolutely ask in the name of Jesus that it leave, and also ask God and Jesus too, and the angels to make that spirit leave you alone, and it will instantly. That's the good thing. Now the funny thing is this: on this planet, out of all the spirits that I know on this planet, I'll give you a quick rundown of all the spirits that I've encountered on this planet. Tequila's pretty good. Wine is even better. It warms my blood, and I don't mess with the spirit vodka. So that's my joke. I hope you like that. Vodka's a really bad spirit. Just stay away from it. I don't know how the Russians over there deal with that. For real, evil spirits within. Stay away. Just say no. People, I hope this was informative. I'm going to check some of these comments here. Let's see here. There's a couple here. Ain't no telling. Let's see. Yeah, my phone did die, and then the transmission, and then yeah, they were being rude when they got close. To see, and my comments go away as I couldn't read them while I was talking, so I'm going over them now. Let's see. My girlfriend done that before. Crazy. Yeah. Is astral projection a bad thing? I don't want to mess with astral projection. I'm in this body. I'm using it, and if I leave, I would worry about something else going in there. But I'm not that concerned, because you can't exactly be controlled by other spirits. But I don't want to allow it. I don't want to invite them. Don't want to. You know, it's about, like, to me, if you astral project, this is my thoughts on that. It's like leaving a Ferrari on a street like this with the keys in it and the windows open and a note saying free joyride. There's that. So even if you tell them to leave before you come back, you don't know what they've done with that car in the meantime and in between time. So stay in your body. You're meant to be here. It's not your time to go. And know that it's not your time to go, and don't give up on life, and don't be sad and upset and let things get to you of this world, because they are made to. It's going to mess with you. But you're surrounded by angels, people, and you don't even know it. If once you become aware of it, you'll feel so much safer and better. You're like, oh my God, I'm always surrounded by angels. I go into places and I sense them. I'm like, This is great. This is my kind of place. It was always your kind of place. It was always for you to be surrounded by angels and to know they're there. And to feel not like you're having to be the pit bull on the block and, you know, whatever. You can be at ease. You know, at ease. It's a military term. At ease. You know? You can be at ease. Let's see here. Do you believe in Bigfoot? You know, I joke about it a lot and this kind of thing. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. If there is one, they may have it in a science lab somewhere. And who knows? Like I said, they could absolutely recreate anything that's been born. I will tell you this. If you want to hear a fairy tale, I'm going to tell you a fairy tale. And I was just listening to another guy who does videos and stuff like this. Here's a fairy tale for you. Oh, UFOs? Yes. Anything unidentified is UFO because unidentified flying object, and there are a lot of them, and there's Air Force video to prove it and all that stuff. I've got a whole playlist on UFOs, Art Bell, and other stuff. It's a whole playlist. So, okay, and I lost my train of thought going through all that, but we were talking about Bigfoot, and then here's the thing. Here's your fairy tale. Fairy tale is this. Okay, they took, I think it was the Smithsonian, I don't want to down the wrong place, but they took the lower jawbone of an ape and hot glued it to the skull of a man and tried to pass that off as the missing link years and years ago. There's your fairy tale. That's your fairy tale. Art Bell was a legend. Yeah, he was, man. I put up the video at first when I put the link of that playlist. I'll put it on here. I'll put the playlist link. And you hear the sirens. It's great, man. I can't even have hardly live, but you see, they're doing work, you know. So Art Bell basically, I put up a playlist originally that said Art Bell will be missed by truckers everywhere, but the playlist I had to change it because of adding to it. So I made it Art Bell and others, UFO, full disclosure, that kind of stuff. And all of them are like military airplanes and the video of them chasing UFOs, all this other stuff, the Tic Tac one, all this other stuff. So, but I gotta get going, people. I'm probably dry enough to deliver this trailer and make those people happy, because you know we haul dry loads too sometimes, and you got to make them happy too, right? So I had to let this thing dry. So I thought this is the perfect time for a live, because I'm working, but then I could be doing this. Understand that being a scapegoat is not a bad thing if you're doing God's work. So it's like being a fall guy for something when you know it's okay. Let's see, when you was a kid. Yeah, well, there's a lot more of him on here, but I've got some of his archived. It's gonna sound crazy, but there's one video by him I wanted to watch, and I'm scared to watch it. And I'm not about fear, but I'm not about scary stuff either. I need a calm day where I'm not having to go to sleep and deliver, and I'm not trying to have no kind of a bad dream or something, where I can watch the interview of Art Bell with Malachi Martin, Father Malachi Martin. He cast out demons in people. That is very admirable, but at the same time, not something I want to do for a living or any kind of thing. So there's that. So the Malachi Martin interview, I've been putting off for years listening to. I've got it in the playlist, I think so. I'm scared to listen to it. That's crazy, right? Me being scared of something, big me. Well, no, I ain't trying to. I have to have the right time, and I ain't had time. I got to be in a calm, cool, collected feeling about myself. Not having to wake up real early and make sure I can get enough sleep. Not having to go right to sleep. It needs to be in the middle of the day. And then I'll listen to it. Otherwise, it's going to be nightmare fuel. You know what I'm saying? And my nightmares, when I have a bad dream, can go to the extreme, and it can be real. Not trying to see, you know, Satan's playlist. Okay, I'm not trying to watch that while I'm sleeping. So, and he can have fun with that, and I'm not trying to entertain him. So there's that. So I'm going to watch that in the daytime, and I'm being for real about that. So Nightmare Fuel, just saying. But it is supposed to be a good show and one of his classic ones. I got kind of scared and turned it off for real. Yeah. See, that's the thing too. I heard about what it was about, and I knew better not to even touch it yet. But it's there, and it's there for me, and I'm gonna watch, and I need to watch it. But it's not. I'm not trying to go there yet. And I ain't lying to you. I can admit if I'm scared of something. I'm scared of that, and I'm scared of, well, telling everything that I know and putting it out there about JFK right now, and then the people that don't want it to get out, them repelling in, and then I've got a whole bunch of enemies that I shouldn't have from our own government. So I'm not trying to piss them off. Let them do their thing. A little something. I know what's up. A lot of people have other info on and stuff. My whole thing is like, I'm not trying to do that. So a couple little things scare me. One is that. The other is Yetis are kind of scary. Bigfoot, not so much. But definitely that Malachi Martin interview. No lie. So, but I do gotta get off this thing. I gotta take care of some stuff. Y'all do your thing, man. I hope you found this to be fruitful, entertaining, and good. My trailer is now dry. I can now move forward, and no fear, people, and go forward and just know about the Angel DNA. Take the test. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, and I'll try to find the link to the Malachi Martin one later. I can put the link right now. Then I got split. So y'all stay safe. I'm off this thing. People, you're still here? Shoot. Go. But take the test. Take the test. I'm going to put it in a link in the comments. I got to find this video too. They make it hard for me to even find my own stuff. So stay safe, and I'm off this thing. I'm out. Peace.